Okay, this isn't working out. Hey everyone, my name's Micah. Good to see you. This is the sequel to Stop Motion with Me. If you're new to my channel, welcome. If you're not, you might remember that this time last year, I made a video called Stop Motion with Me. This is the sequel. I have another stop motion that I'm about to start filming. Last time I did this, I pulled questions from Instagram. This time around, I asked my Patreon members to drop questions, and so I'll be pulling them from there. If you're not familiar with Patreon, it's basically a website where you can support me financially, and in return you get behind the scenes access to my channel where I post, you know, extra videos and vlogs and things like that. You also get direct contact with me through the messaging on there. I do Zoom calls. I got my coffee. It's an Irish cream latte with some cinnamon. Extra shot. I'm gonna be filming on my Canon Rebel T7i. This is my 50mm lens. I started using this about 2 years ago and it has upped the quality of my videos immensely. I just see a huge jump in just like the cinematography because it adds a lot more depth of field in the back, aka blur background. This is my script book. It's just a composition book. Really unconventional. They don't teach you this in film school. I've just always written my scripts like this, where I put the name in the margin and then their line out here. So yeah, this is not how you're supposed to write a script, but this is just what works for me. Today we're shooting Cotillion, which is a remake of a stop motion I made about 5 or 6 years ago. I'll link the original down below. You can definitely see an improvement in my skills, I think. I like to remake old scripts occasionally just so that you guys can see that as encouragement. I got a lot of questions, so I'm gonna try and get to as many as I can without making this video extremely long. But also, it might be fun if you're working on a stop motion too, to play this video while you work, so it's like we're working together. Also, this is the tripod I use. I get this question not as often, but this is the Proline GX600 B200, and it's been pretty good for me. It's old and some of the screws are loose, but it's like a really nice quality tripod, and I would probably buy this kind again. Okay, so the first question comes from Grace Peterson. What specific job will you do in the film industry when you're done with college? Thanks for asking, Grace. I'll let you know when I figure it out. If you didn't know, I'm a media arts major, which means that I'm studying film and would like to do something in the film industry. That being said, the film industry is very fickle, and so like you could have one job for a little bit, but as soon as the project is over with, like say you're shooting a movie, the movie eventually wraps, and so then you're out of work again. And so it's just hard to say what I'll be doing, where I can get a job. People always tell me like, you must have a leg up because you have a YouTube channel, but it's like, I'm not guaranteed anything. So Alice K, what is your favorite outdoor place to shoot a stop motion? Probably the creek. I just feel like as much as I hate shooting outside, which I've told you that before, I feel like I always get really pretty visuals when I shoot at the creek by my parents' house. I did that for my Lost Boy music video, which is so old, you've probably never seen it. And then I did it more recently for my Halloween special, Something Strange. I went down there and shot the ending, and so that was fun. Piper wants to know, Piper actually voiced Kira in my last stop motion, well, the one before this. She's asking, how do you get motivated enough to keep working on a stop motion and not get bogged down on perfection? I get a lot of my motivation because I'm competitive, and so when I see other people working on stop motions, it makes me want to work on stop motion. Sometimes I'll go back and watch my old videos. That's a really good way for me to get going, because I'm so proud of this. I want to be proud of something else too, so gotta get to work on this new video, that kind of thing. Also, for me, I'm really motivated by a time crunch, because if you guys didn't know, I'm at college, and so my dollhouse is at my parents' house, and so to come home and film, I have very limited time before I have to go back to school, and so a lot of times, even if I'm not feeling motivated, I don't really have a choice. Even this weekend, I came home specifically to film this stop motion, and so this is all I'm going to do to ensure that I finish in time to be back at school on Monday. My favorite doll outfit. I love a lot of Kira's new clothes. This one, so cute. Emily asks, how many pictures do you take with the doll's eyes blinking? It kind of depends. Molly's eyes are closed right now. She's had them closed for a couple seconds because I want her eyes to actually be closed as she's turning. But for them to blink, it's generally like 3 or 4 pictures. Oh, also Sage has been blinking this whole time, but I forgot, so maybe this is a horrible example. Allie Marie wants to know what my opinions on Kira and her collection are. Guys, I'm so sad. My dad and I made a whole opening video showing you all of her accessories and things, and I lost the footage. But I will say, it's adorable. I love it all. Cassie's actually wearing the koala PJs, and they're so cute. I think her collection's very similar to Leah's, but I'm not mad about it. Ella Hooper wants to know what my favorite thing about college is. My friends, and just like being on my own, living in a house with girls my age. I don't know, I feel like I have a lot of really fun college memories that are gonna stay with me for a long time. Also, shameless plug, I plugged myself a year ago on this video too, but if you don't watch my vlog channel, Micah Kate, you should do that. That's where I kind of document my college experiences, just to kind of give you more of an inside look into my personal life life as opposed to just doll stuff. What are you planning to do with your channel once you finish college? That's from Shining Sparkles 13. I have no idea. I mean, I'm gonna try and do this as long as I can. I don't know what after college is going to look like. Depending on if I get like a 9-to-5 job, I'm probably not gonna be able to do this anymore. I would never just delete this channel though. I hope you know that. Like, I would never hide the videos from you. So even if I did stop making them, I would leave them up for you to be able to see. I feel like I also would never just completely stop. I think no matter what, I would still try to post every once in a while. But who really knows? I can't reach it.
Where?
Right here.
Where? Hey!
Ella Hooper also asked, how do I feel that Emma the Flower Child has 1 million views? And to be completely honest with you, I had no idea. That's really exciting though. I really wish I knew why some videos get more views than others. AG Doll Fan Forever, Abby asks, when do you have time to film during the semester? I have to make time. Like, I have to plan a trip home, or like if it's a video I think I can film at school, I have to pack all the things that I think I'll need. I don't think a lot of people realize that making these videos is such a commitment, and it's not one I mind. Like, I obviously enjoy it, otherwise I wouldn't do it anymore because of how rigorous it can be. The older I've gotten, the less I go home. Like, high school I was living here, and so I made videos once a week and it was easy. I can't keep up with that schedule anymore because the older I get, the less I come home. Do you ever wish you had your dollhouse at your house? Yeah, all the time. It would make this so much easier, and I feel like I could be way more consistent if my doll stuff was all with me at school. But it just doesn't make a ton of sense to move it up there, especially if I don't think I'm gonna be living there after I graduate, which I might. We'll cross that bridge when we get there. I make it work. Another question she had was what my dream job would be, and it's honestly just to be a director. I would love to make movies and be like one of those household names. How does COVID affect school and YouTube for you? School is kind of just like all of you. Either it's a Zoom class now, or if I am in person, I have to wear a mask. YouTube, it really doesn't affect it. And that was asked by Whitney. Isabella wants to know if I like filming Halloween or Christmas stop motion specials better, and the answer is probably Christmas, just because of the cheery vibes that come with it, and I also just love using the doll Christmas dresses I have. I struggle a lot more on Halloween just because I don't like scary stuff, and so to be making a scary stop motion, scary, they're not scary. That's not so much of my genre. I'm definitely more challenged when I'm writing for a Halloween video. Kitty Loves AG asks, have you ever made a stop motion that you didn't like and never posted? No, I've posted everything I've ever made. The idea of starting a stop motion and not finishing it makes me super stressed, just because I'm like, time is money, and if I'm going to start a project, I can't waste the footage that I spent time doing. So Chloe M wants to know your most photogenic doll. Fun fact, this Chloe was actually who my character Chloe was named after for my Christmas special. So if you're a Patreon, you might get name dropped in a video. Actually, 2 patrons are also going to get dropped in this video that I'm working on right now. Anyway, she asked, who's your most photogenic doll? I feel like Lindsay or Bren are my most photogenic. Maybe Molly. But I'm like, they're all photogenic except Sophie Claire. I have such a hard time taking good pictures of Sophie Claire, which is so ironic considering the character she plays is so self-obsessed. Layla wants to know if I'm going to show Emma's spaceship ever. I don't know. I haven't written a script to do that yet, so maybe one day. As of right now, I just enjoy like writing around the concept, and so I'm gonna try and milk that as long as I can. Ellen Cassidy wants to know my most popular video, and I feel like it's either Take a Brain Break or, gosh, I can't remember. I'll like, these are my most popular. But I remember when Take a Brain Break hit 1 million, I was blown away. I was like, whoa. And I think it's just the thumbnail, strictly seeing dolls by the pool. People are like, click. Rachel wants to know favorite thing American Girl has sent me, and it's hands down the Volkswagen bus. It's really heavy, so I don't get to use it as often as I would like just because it's so hard to transport and it's huge, but it's such a fun piece. Samantha, how do you make the dolls look so real? I think it's all about like the movements you choose. As I've progressed in my stop motion, I've started having my dolls use their heads to talk a lot more than I used to. Like, they used to just move their arms like this, and this is how they would talk, but now I try to keep the gestures smaller and they like use their heads more. Jaden asks, do you like caramel flavored foods or desserts? Yeah, it's not my favorite flavor. Like, I don't know. I prefer chocolate the most. Jaffa wants to know if I could own American Girl, what changes I would make. I would make buying Old Girl of the Years an option. I think that would be so cool if there was like a secret archive corner of the website where you could buy retired stuff. Frederick's Family, is doing stop motions hard? I don't think so. I think it takes practice, but I don't think it's like hard, like difficult. I think it's just practice. I don't know. I enjoy it. It's relaxing to me. In AG Doll's life, where did you get ideas for your dolls' rooms? I don't know. I painted the walls the colors I liked / the colors we already owned, and then I put furniture in them. Also, the rooms have really changed over the years. They look very different from when I first built the dollhouse. Anastasia asks, is there one thing American Girl did that really annoys you? This isn't directly American Girl's fault, but it was a bummer when I lost a lot of my revenue from COPPA, and then American Girl like started consistently making all of these videos and getting so many views. That was really hard. I kind of felt like I was being overshadowed by their stop motion, but I don't think that was like on purpose. That was frustrating to feel like I was competing with them. As a whole, I like the company a lot and I like what they stand for. Dollywoods asks what type of videos I like to make the most, and my answer is music videos. On my other channel I post music videos occasionally when I can find music that's not copyrighted. And then for this channel I like making stop motions the most. Hello? You want to say hi to my...
What are you recording?
A vlog.
Hello, vlog.
Don't touch this camera.
Not touching the camera.
Do you like summer or winter best? Also from Dollywoods. I like winter for the clothes. What is the craziest thing you've ever done to get film done? Probably this past Christmas. Just like being on the roof in the freezing cold, staying out till 1 a.m. And I also just cut it so close to the deadline. Like I finished the day before Christmas Eve. And if you didn't know, I post on Christmas Eve. So that was crazy. Who in the family has the most fun voice to do? Sophie Claire, absolutely. It's so much more animated than I normally talk. It's just so much louder and sassier, and everything kind of ends with a question. SK Productions asks if I ever wished I didn't do YouTube. Sometimes I wish I didn't do American Girl YouTube just because of how time consuming it is, but then I could never not. Like, I just love it too much. It's just such a unique category of YouTube. The fan base is so fun. How many siblings do you have? That's asked by the Tarman family. I have 2. I have an older sister and then I have a younger brother. My sister is graduated from college and my brother is a senior in high school. What part of the filmmaking process do you like the most? Definitely editing. I feel like that's where I'm the most creative. I feel like that's where I don't know, I can make cool things happen. Jaffa asks if I'm going to be doing a meetup anytime soon, and I don't have anything planned right now, at least during COVID. I feel like it will be really hard to get American Girl to agree to letting me come to the store just because of like capacity and things like that. Soon as things start opening back up and stuff like that, I would really, really love to. She also asks, what? I did not know. She said, what is your opinion on the fact that American Girl is selling their Girl of the Year dolls for more than a year now? You're telling me that? I had no idea. I think that's cool. Kind of piggybacking off a question from earlier, Balin asks what dolls I like doing voices for. And along with Sophie Claire, I really like doing the boy voices because they're so different from my voice. I have to like grit my teeth and try to lower my voice, which I already have a pretty deep one, so it's not actually that hard. And then also, I like doing Bryn's because it's so light. Like Sophie Claire is very throaty, I guess, like sing-songy. Reed is like, I grit my teeth. And then for Bryn, I try to make my voice really soft. She's like the peacemaker, and I can't even do it now. I can't do it when I'm not reading the script. Beth wants to know best way to sync voiceovers and movements, and I would just say having an editor where you can speed up or slow down your footage. That's how I do it. Like I a lot of times over film and then I speed it up to A, make it smoother, and to B, match the audio. Ava asks how often will you be doing Zoom calls, and she's referring to my Patreon where I do Zoom. I try to do them at least once a month. I would like to do them more often for like my higher tiers. It's just kind of hard to have like a set schedule. As I've said 1,000 times, I am in college and so my schedule is just so unpredictable. Frederick family says, do you have cats? I don't like cats. Kara T wants to know, will you make your dollhouse any bigger? No, there's no A, there's nowhere to extend to, and B, I don't want to. Samantha wants to know if I wish I had more boy dolls. I mean, yeah, that would be fun, but it's like, I don't write enough for the boy dolls that I do have. Okay, so that's all the questions I'm going to answer. Thank y'all so much for participating, and thank you for watching this. I hope you enjoy this stop motion when it comes out. I'm really excited about this script. It's a mixture of the old one, and then I obviously touched it up and rewrote it to fit more of my style these days and make it longer because the other one was like 2 minutes. Go subscribe to Mikey Kate if you aren't already, and go join me on Patreon if you'd like. I love you. Bye. Hey everyone, my name's Lindsay and this is Melody.
Hi!
We just wanted to invite you to join our Patreon family.
It's the perfect place to be if you want behind the scenes videos, Zoom calls with Micah, or even get to participate in contests and giveaways.
Thank you to some of our supporters. Thank y'all. Also, if you want to write us a letter, we have a P.O. box.
Here is Mail of the Week.
To begin, I wanted to show you guys this really cool letter from Ariana. The color blocking was just really visually pleasing, and I was just so grateful to hear from you. I appreciate your support to my channel so very much. Hi Hazel and Olive. For the record, I did not think your letter was boring at all. In fact, I thought it was very sweet, and I'm grateful for both of you. This letter from Fumi honestly just made my week. It was really sweet, and I'm so thankful for your support and kind words. Seriously, thank you so much. Hey Hannah, thank you so much for writing me. By the way, not pictured, but I thought that the seal that you put on your letter was really cool. My roommate Hannah uses one too, and I just thought that was funny, but thank you so much. And finally, all of the love and thanks to Lily from Ireland. How cool is that? Thank you so much for supporting my YouTube channel all this time. I'm just so grateful for you, but you already know that.